All right.
I mean, we'll just assume in like 10 minutes that the recording has started, and that's it.
Bold
What
of
if I?
you.
Yeah.
I was
What
going to
would
say,
you
bold of you that he
assume
didn't
that I am
just hit
recording?
record.
Yeah, that's
Good
what I was gonna
afternoon,
say,
morning,
like,
evening, or night. Welcome to the
Episode 3.
third episode of the podcast.
Yeah, we're down one today, though,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
we're down one. We are missing our.
I like how we wanted to do this weekly. Now it's just turned into bi-weekly because every other weekend someone has some shit to do.
Yeah,
It's fine.
we're all people living lives.
This is more consistent than the fucking year and a half that we just didn't record it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So it could be like a year and a half.
Yeah, when was the
in between
original?
each episode?
When was the
I'm
original?
looking.
Yeah, because you sent me and Otis that DM being like, "Hey, me and Gabe want to do the podcast."
2022.
Yeah, so almost a year.
Jesus. But anyways, how you guys doing? How's your week?
Pretty good.
What did I do? I didn't do much. This week is pretty chill. Couple assignments due. They weren't that hard.
I had Monday off, which was nice, but I have exams.
I have Monday off.
This week,
Monday
so
off.
well, yeah, I do too.
Well, yeah, of course you do.
Canadian Thanksgiving. Yeah.
I think I have fall break sometime soon, but I had a week this week. I had an interesting week. You could say that, I guess.
Yeah.
For those not knowing, I've had a logistics nightmare, but I won't get into it because it is.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about your roof.
Oh well, no,
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The other one.
Yeah. Let's just say it's felt like this week has been an entire month. I'll just say that. I looked at my calendar. I'm like, holy shit, it's Friday, and it genuinely has felt like the entire month of October has passed.
True.
I'm it's waiting because the Quest 3 launches in 3 days, and then I still have to wait another 6 for it to ship.
Well, like the weird thing, I guess this is just.
I guess that's one thing I did this week. I pre-ordered a Quest 3.
Oh, that's nice.
And then got double charged.
But that was fine. It removed it from my.
You got that? Did you go that? No. Did you get that resolved? By the way.
Because PayPal, it was kind of like a half hold. It was a pending charge on my credit card, and so it didn't charge it because obviously I changed my details to my actual credit card instead of PayPal, and so it was like, oh, that's gone. Bye.
No, so it just showed the record that you tried to pay for it that way, but it didn't.
Yeah, it said like this is.
It was like processing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a processing charge, and then it just disappeared. So because it actually went through on my credit card, so we're good.
That's good. Yeah.
I guess I got a question for you guys. How do you guys feel like this year is going by fast or slow?
Like school year or from January till now?
No, just January till now.
It flew by up until like the last 3 weeks.
Well, that's because you started school,
right? When I think about
it, yeah, but like even with school, it doesn't feel like I've already been there 6. Like, it doesn't feel like we're already starting like week 6. Like we're already halfway there of the first semester for me at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I think about everything I've done since January, it feels like a fucking eternity, but it does not feel like much time has passed at all. Because like I had a full semester of school, we were developing effectively full ass fucking website for like we were just coding for multiple weeks straight, and then we had these big presentations we had to prepare for, and then I had a practicum for a month, and then did nothing for like 2 months. Now we're here. Yeah. So like it did not feel like 10 months. It felt like 2. Looking back on it, it's just weird.
it feels like 2 months since I graduated high school, bro. It doesn't feel like I'm starting year 3 of fucking uni.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, with like ADHD, you have a very bad concept of time anyway, so I'm not the best person to ask about that.
I don't know. It's weird for me. Time is an illusion, as it is for most people. But I feel like there are bits and bobs of it when it goes super fast and then it goes super slow. Like this week, I could say has been one of the longest weeks that I've experienced in my life. But after like a while, it just fucking zooms by because like I started school in August 22nd, and we are now in October. So I am like past my midterm part, and I am done in December. Like this semester is done December 14th. No, yeah, 14th. So the day before my birthday.
Yeah.
So it's fucking insane because like when I was for my internship, that was like a long 3-month period. It felt like again like a year. So I don't know. It just depends on what I'm doing, I guess.
Yeah.
The more you think, the longer the week gets.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Like that's gonna be how my like
next
this next week is gonna be for me because I have 3 exams in 2 days, and very much considering dropping one of the courses.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. The prof is awful. I was part of this is on me for being fucking stupid signing up for it and not doing my due diligence. No, I could have because like my school is a website where it shows like the grades and averages and like grade breakdowns.
God, I wish that was a thing. I wish that was a thing in my.
And for like the past 3 semesters, for this econ course, the class average has been like no higher than 65. Ooh. Yeah,
Ooh.
it's been rough. Probably should have. Well, they don't really tell you who's the professor for each course right at the start, unless it's like they're the only one that teach that course. So like, couldn't really tell which econ prof I was gonna get, and when I looked at him on like the whole rate my professor thing, it's like, oh yeah, he's at like a 2 point something out of 5.
Oh, I have a prof right now who's at like a 0.5 for my finance class. So
either of my professors are on this site because I'm pretty sure they're both new.
Mine's new and he's already at a 0.5. So people have been quick to fucking review him.
This college as a whole has a 3.1.
That's not terrible. It's out of 5.
Yeah, my uni's got a 3.7. So.
A lot of racism? What?
I haven't checked that line.
That doesn't shock me. Brother, you don't leave the computer science part of the fucking building.
Okay, that's true.
You're in the fucking Hick County of Canada, bro. True, racism is like
the trades program exists, so yeah, I guess you're right.
My overall quality for my college, which I won't say, is a 3.7. The lowest thing is the food at 2.6.
Dude, that's like basically me.
Safety is a 4.2, which I will say safety is really fucking important there.
I mean, I would agree that mine is safety is 4.2 if it wasn't for my first year a security guard got stabbed to death.
Design.
Yeah, but that's just the freshman year experience, kind of just welcoming people in.
Yeah.
It's not computer science.
I felt bad about that, but
what can you do? But
Frank Walton, is he new?
I always, I don't know. I'm interested in how people perceive time because I don't know. I have this weird thing with school right now because I'm in the corporate setting now. I have a corporate job. So I don't know if this is just a me thing or just like this is a rite of passage for everyone who has experience in like going from an internship to school. I just don't care about school anymore.
Yeah.
Because I sat there and realized when I was at work, I was like, oh, I'm going to be doing this for 50 years. This is what I have to look forward to. Like this is the glimpse in the life after school. It just feels like school, but you're getting paid for it. So I don't know. It's a very, very doomer way of looking at things.
There's this one prof I had last year who is a whole bundle of worms. It was this same prof where like he was like posting like propaganda on Facebook when the whole like Chinese spy balloon thing was going down. Calling calling like the government cowards for shooting down like an unidentified object, and I'm like, oh, okay, like whatever.
Cowards.
Calling them cowards.
That's kind of a base take.
Not exactly. He was like literally spreading propaganda and being like, in the old days in China, and like, buddy, you left China and have never went back. Like,
how does it matter? No, they're pussies for shooting down the balloon. They should have gone up and asked them to leave nicely.
I'm just looking at like his my professor scores, and the one from this year so far for the course I took last year He's like, guys, I know this prof isn't the best. However, there's a fun game you can play. Try to see if he ever takes a sip from his coffee. So far, we're 2 lectures in, and not one sip has been taken from his coffee. Cheers. But yeah.
Okay, wait. I want to see if.
How's Simply's week been?
Almost died.
Yeah, I know you told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I haven't told you guys yet. Or the rest. I was finishing up my day on Wednesday. I think it was.
Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, I was finishing my day on Wednesday, and I went to go make a stop at a T intersection, and the brakes just gave out. It happened so fast, I was able to hit the emergency brake, mainly because I wasn't expecting the brakes to just give out like that. And thankfully, the semi-truck that was crossing was able, where otherwise I would have been on the pavement.
Yep.
And not in a good way.
Sucks.
That's rough.
Yeah, and it was just like one of those, because you were told by like the mechanic or whatever, or the people who were working in the car, that there was no way of predicting it. It just happened.
Yeah, it was an air bubble in the line. There's nothing we could have done. It ruptured the line, and yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Could happen at any time during anything.
It's fucking wild. Like I am terrified of cars, and people just do not respect cars at all, or the road.
It's totally not like you're driving a 2-ton death machine around.
Yeah, what's one of those
people who like stop at a roundabout, and they're on my left, and they just wait for me to go. It's astounding.
People don't know how to drive, and
yeah,
like
I hate
as much as
roundabouts.
it be a pain, like they really should do like a yearly every couple year,
every 5 years or something like that. Yeah.
Again, it's no one's gonna like it. Like heck, I don't even like the idea of it. But like the only way to like combat the stupid shit is to implement something like.
Are you
maybe
able?
Maybe as a requirement to renew your license, you have to take like a short written exam.
I don't think a written examination is necessary. I think you have to demonstrate your skills, because you can learn. You can like go on a piece of paper. It's like a resume essentially. You can put whatever you want on there. You can say whatever you want, but it's actually doing the thing is when you determine.
Like showing your skill of being a driver that actually matters.
Like I totally agree with what you said, Nolan. I don't think anyone's going to be happy with it, but it's also for the greater good. It's like,
Or what would be not a bad idea. It's like video game report systems where they have like a non-emergency line where you can report people by their license plate.
Isn't that a thing already?
They have to be called in for like an exam.
That is a thing, I think, or there
are certain like things, but I can also see that being like something that's used and abused.
Oh yeah, like this guy like cut me off. I'm gonna fucking report him and stuff like that.
Like again, like it's like
right, but like
the worst of
two
evils.
A certain amount of you'd have to have a lot of reports for people to like.
You've been banned on Xbox Live. You can no longer drive. Bill Gates comes to your house, takes away your keys, and also takes out your kneecaps just to make sure.
I was about to say, like, what if you had to like pay like a subscription model to be able to drive? But then I remember that BMW exists.
Yeah, BMW exists. What is one of the
brother? Insurance and gas exist.
Well, that too, but like you know what I'm like.
They can't stop all of us.
Yeah, like you're telling me you pay your taxes, Jesus. I'm kidding.
Nolan, that's for the after. That's for the after-hour podcast. Come on now.
For legal reasons, I did do tax forms this week.
What is one of the worst things you guys have seen on the road?
Ooh.
The worst.
What is the worst thing?
People just immediately stopping at roundabouts to then try to drive through the middle of the roundabout.
Yeah, they're playing Rocket League, I guess.
So there's a couple.
It is a circle. Just go in a circle.
Yeah, there's a couple of merges on my route to and from Mish school. Nolan knows the one on like from 43rd to like 24th and Scenic. You know that one? The right turn merge where you have like a huge stretch of road. People slow down
like by the hotel there and all that.
By the hotel? No, like at the end of 43rd on your way to like the college.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, kind
there's
of
a
like
hotel there.
yeah, like in between, like Fairway, basically, like by the McDonald's. And,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
now
so like going from 43rd onto there, like you have a pretty good stretch of road to merge on, and people slow down or stop when there is no traffic.
yeah,
It's bad, and they're just stupid. And then coming out of the college, you get an entire lane up until the next light, and people slow down and stop at that merge. It's like merging is terrible. Lane skipping is really bad in certain parts of the city. I fucking hate lane skippers with a passion. They are so stupid.
Wait, what are lane skippers? Sorry, is that just people who are like switching constantly?
When you turn left, right out of the intersection, you're supposed to go into the leftmost lane.
Yeah.
People will go into the like middle lane or the right lane.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like go into the wrong lane entirely, and I hate those people with a passion because they cause accidents and they're also very stupid. Just go into the right lane or the left lane, I guess, the correct lane,
and then just merge accordingly.
Change
accordingly.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
It doesn't take long. Yeah, it doesn't take long.
It's a lot less of a problem with like 2-lane turns where
you
have like 2 left turn lanes. But on a single left turn lane, it is bad, and it's just dumb. It's like, how stupid can you be?
I think the worst.
Hit that one time.
When? I don't remember this.
We were leaving like Fusion, we were leaving Fusion to get back to your place, and that turned like right onto like
that turd.
Fuck whatever.
Oh yeah, I got cut off on the way from class. On the way home from class, like last week.
A different one. Duran, you go.
I think one of the worst things I've seen. This is back in my high school days, so this was probably 20. I'm gonna say I was probably fresh out of like driving, like getting my license, so it was probably 2016, 2015.
Oh.
No, I was like driving at like 15, 16. I think that's the age you can drive, right? What's the age you can drive at?
16.
16?
I mean, you can drive unofficially at any time.
Yeah,
but it's for the school one, I think.
The school
16 in the States, at least here.
Because there's a one where if you live far away enough from your school, they give you like a school driver's license or whatever.
Oh, really?
It was it's a recreational license, right? Or whatever it's called.
So if it's the one
learner's permit,
what you're talking about. Yeah, it's a learner's permit. Essentially, at the age of 16, you can go in, you do the driving test and everything.
It's been so long. Yeah.
And you can only drive during the day. You cannot drive at night.
Yeah.
And someone has to be in the vehicle with you.
Has a full license, right?
Yeah, which has a full license.
That's what we do. That's what we do at 14.
Yeah, we get to do that at 14.
Well, regardless,
at 14, I guess it doesn't we can get our learners where you can drive with parents, and then once we hit 16, you could take like your.
And then no, it wasn't
like your road test to drive on your own, but you're still like kind of limited in terms of like you don't have any demerits or whatever. No blood alcohol level, which you shouldn't be drinking and driving regardless.
Yeah, fuck drinks drivers. Fuck.
Yeah, and what else was it? You can only have like one passenger, I think.
Okay, then mine.
No,
maybe that's in BC. That's in BC.
Okay, mine wasn't.
BC's got a completely different.
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind. I had just gotten my full driver's license because it was I didn't have anyone with a license. It was, well, I did, but it wasn't like I had to have them legally. So I was probably around. When is it when you get your actual driver's license? Simply
17.
17. Okay,
I was probably right afterwards.
Okay, then
they want you to drive for like a year with someone.
Okay, then I was probably 17 at the time. 17, 18, let's just say. Doesn't really matter for the story's sake. But it was an early out day, because sometimes we had those in high school. And I think we went to Panda Express, because Panda Express is like the only good restaurant that's a chain in our town. And we all decided to drive ourselves. And I think it was my twin brother and I were driving in our Pontiac Grand Am. It was a maroon color. I like that car. I would not drive it.
What year?
99. I want to say. And there was.
Brother, this is the epitome of like late '90s cars. It just
Yeah.
looks like the late '90s car.
Yeah, and like the inside, God, it was so
Oh my
swanky.
God.
I love that car. It was great on gas. Awful for like anyone more than 2 people because you had to fucking get the people like behind your chairs and everything because it was only a 2-door.
Oh, two-door.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that part sucked, but everything else was good.
All 2 doors.
We were driving on, you know how when you go forward, right? We're not ass backwards like the Europeans because they're not stupid. You drive in the right lane for, if you're going.
Yeah, right hand side of the road, yeah.
Yeah, right hand side of the road for, I guess, what is it, northbound at that point? I guess it's relative. But anyways.
It's just whenever you're going, well, you just always drive on the right hand side.
You're always driving, yeah, you're always.
Side of the road, yeah.
Yeah, you're always driving the right hand side. Wait, are you? Oh my God, you are. Technically, yes. Yeah, from your perspective, it is yes, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
I started thinking about it, and I'm like, wait, am I on the left side right now? Am I on the right? But anyways, we were driving the normal way, and then just like this green truck, I remember it to this day. It just starts like driving on the side that we're going, and he's going the opposite way. He should be in the left side. He is just driving in the right side, and I had to fucking like switch to the left side of the lane because I would have been a head-on collision at that point, and like I would have fucking gotten hit head-on collision with the fucking car driving in the wrong side of the lane, and like.
Oh, dude. So I was driving down the industrial section on our way home from school, or on my way home from school, in like 10th, 11th grade, and this guy in like it was shaped. It wasn't a FedEx truck, but it was shaped like a FedEx delivery truck, like boxy, larger truck.
Yeah.
Like a U-Haul or whatever.
Yeah, he was on the right side in, like, he was gonna turn left onto the road that I was driving on. So he was like at a stop sign waiting, and he goes out, gets to the oncoming lane that I was in, and then stops and waits, presumably to give right of way.
Oh.
I had enough time to react, but I was also laying on my horn till he moved, because he's a fucking idiot. Like, there's enough space in the middle of the road to at least like between the 2 lanes that you could like stop and wait a little bit if you needed to. Like, there's not a huge amount, but people could like change to the right lane and go past you. But this dude was in the smack dab in the middle of the 2 oncoming lanes, and so I had to lean on the horn. It was really awesome.
Yeah, are you guys assholes on like the road when it comes to like people merging you off or like cutting you off? Do you like let them know?
I've only been cut off like once, maybe twice. No,
I won't make it to the world, but I'll make it known to myself and whoever happens to be in the car with me.
Yes, I will, if I'm alone in the car, I will call someone a fucking idiot out loud. That is what I will do.
I actually don't. I probably should. I'm not very much of a confrontational kind of person, so like someone can like cut me off.
I would never say it to their face, but I would be like, "Wow, like you're really in that much of a rush, you fucking dipshit." But like,
yeah, like the most I'll do is like go like that's it. I'll just because like there's people who cut me off all the time because like I drive back and forth from home frequently, so I'm driving on the interstate. And
that's the highway though. The highway's a little bit different.
Yeah, they do say life is like a highway.
It's always stressful going down one lane.
Yeah, it always is stressful all night long.
Thank you.
But yeah, I don't know. I just my dad can be. Yeah, I mean, before he used to be like he'd lay on the horn. Granted, my town, my town where I've grown up most of my life. People don't know how to drive there, like genuinely. I don't know if they're just
everywhere.
Drive. No, because the town I live in right now, people drive just fine. It's a college town, so you'd think driving people would be worse. But no, like people.
They're young enough that they're like they have the shit in their brain, so they know how to drive.
No, I'd say young people are pretty bad at driving.
Responsible.
No, young
No.
people are very, very
Yeah.
bad.
Well, the thing is, people are bad because they're on their phone. Like, so many people are on their phone nowadays. It's fucking
like
it's
actually
horrifying.
concerning.
It is horrifying.
I never do that.
Yeah,
Like,
I
driving, texting while driving.
At a stoplight, I will change my Spotify playlist, or like if it's not working, I will turn on Spotify. Like that is
the most I'll do is like use my smartwatch to change music. Like I'll rotate the bezel. That's it. That's something I can do.
Yeah, sometimes I do that for Spotify, but then sometimes it doesn't like connect to my phone properly, and then or like.
Well, mine does because it's a Samsung phone.
Well, no, it's just that like the Apple Watch app sometimes doesn't connect to Spotify because if you force quit Spotify, then you have to like reopen it to get it to.
Oh no, mine works perfectly. Like I can just boop.
Maybe I just have background app refresh turned off for it, but sometimes I do have to like go on my phone to fucking get Spotify to work. But that is the worst I'll do. Usually I use my watch if I can.
Yeah, I want to eventually
I'll just usually like try and gauge how far away I have to go and just queue up as many songs as I need as possible that I like.
That is smart. Ooh, that's smart.
Like, Spotify background app refresh is on, so we're
or be like, hey, like I know I've got like a 20-minute drive. This album, like the first like 8 songs of it are bangers.
Yeah.
Saturation 2. And then you just put that on. By the time you get to school, you've just been jamming the entire time.
Yeah.
Or like from where I live to get to my work right now is like literally a 5-minute drive. So it's like, yeah, here's like 2 songs that are good. I probably won't even get like all the way through the second one.
Yeah. It's like, crazy.
Not even halfway.
It's crazy to me. I don't know. This might be saved for another podcast, but I have a little conspiracy theory about new cars. About like infotainment boards. I genuinely think that car manufacturers and insurance companies partner together and be like, hey, insurance companies like, hey, we can make some money by making these cars a little bit more distracting because we want insurance premiums. So let's put touchscreens and all this shit that people want to see on their cars and make it a fucking hassle to change shit in cars. So like, changing the temperature, you have to look down and touch on the fucking dashboard to change music. You have to do. I genuinely do think that that's the thing because these new cars nowadays are like more distracting than anything. Like they are.
Oh, holy shit! You're sounding like Simply right now with how old you sound.
I get it. I had an old 2005.
You
got the shitty little radio. Half of the LED lights in it just weren't working. You got the 2 separate dials, one for air, one for AC.
Yeah, that's how the old Pontiac was.
Like you can feel around for that shit, but like, I mean, with my car, you can do like media controls and air control.
I'm talking specifically dashboard, not the steering wheels. Like
straight up like instrument cluster shit.
Yes, yeah. Like removing all of those capacitive buttons, all of those bits and knobs, and only having like they're all replaced by a touchscreen.
That's what my mom's. That's what my mom's.
No, you're talking about infotainment, aren't you?
No, I've seen them with like
Otis. Like my mom's like brand new car, which is like 2022. It's like complete. I shouldn't say it does still have some buttons that you can press,
but most of them are on the screen.
For the most part, you deal with all of it through the touchscreen.
Yeah, there's most of the interfacing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's more than that now.
Well, yeah.
Trust me on this.
They let you change your like everything with that shit now. Yeah, but with
but I'm saying it doesn't have like here's to adjust the temperature dial. You can't do that.
You have to go in a menu. Yeah, you have to go into like a menu.
Like I'm saying with mine, I can do it both through the screen or with actual physical buttons.
Yeah, but your car's 2013, not 2022.
I know it's older, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like cars nowadays are just far more distracting, and I think it's because of insurance companies.
The only thing on my car dashboard is the clock.
I think menus in car infotainment centers are criminal and they should be fucking removed because you should not have to navigate through menus while you are driving.
Well, also the thing is like every single car's infotainment / navigation thing
awful.
nowadays in most cars. This is, again, it's gonna make me sound old, but I don't care because I'm right. They're all bad. Like they're laggy. They're laggy. They don't work, and it's also because like everything is in a menu. Like I get it looks aesthetically pleasing, like oh it's like a little iPhone or something like that. But no, when you are wanting to change the AC, I shouldn't have to go comfort into like control.
You shouldn't
I don't
have
even want to dial. I want a
button
slider.
presses and then have to slide up on the fucking touchscreen in order to change like what temperature you're at.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
You want buttons only on a fucking touchscreen in a
No,
car.
like my mom's like you can add like a button, like if it's like a volume slider or something, like oh yeah I want it here, like on YouTube or whatever.
Oh, like a quick widget or whatever.
That part on the bar and it goes straight there.
That or you could, or it's like the fucking like way it like tells you to do it is like fucking like a fucking slider.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I want sliders. Give me sliders.
No, you don't want sliders.
Not on a touchscreen.
No, Otis, I'm old enough. I want sliders.
But like, or
no, I don't want a touchscreen. I want a physical slider.
That's base.
Give me a crank.
Or it's like on the.
Oh god, yes.
It's got like this stupid like
no
thing.
You keep the window cranked.
Doesn't work half the time.
No, I love window cranks. What was it?
Okay. Electronic windows, greatest thing ever made.
No, window crank.
Unless you're a mechanic, then they're
horrible. They're the greatest thing ever made until you get
these cars, selling them for $40,000 each or more, and they give you the most fucking god awful UI menu system for a lot of pretty pivotal.
What are you talking, like Mazdas and like Equinoxes?
No, just any car.
Yeah, they're all kind of
they put
dog
zero like R&D into like UI design. And
the worst thing is
they just like they draw this shit up on a napkin and say make this. And
no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think it's obviously the insurance companies and the car manufacturers like let's make the most annoying car so people get into car accidents so we can make money.
No, I think they're just
money.
Stupid.
Money.
Wait, no, I have a thing to add to this. On what Grant said. As someone that has worked on cars and stuff and done like vehicle maintenance, I will straight out tell you, whoever the engineers are, if there are anyone listening, if we ever actually do get listeners, they're dog shit. I hate you all.
Yeah,
whoever designed,
simply they could sponsor us. They could be paying the big bucks. We could be rich. We could be rich. We could throw our morals outside of the fucking.
You put a tension bolt up against the firewall, and then you drill a hole so I can actually access the tension bolt, and then you don't even put the fucking hole in the.
No, but
it's not in the right spot. It is like an inch below where it needs.
That's not an error. That's just
still have to remove the engine from the car to remove it. I hate it. Engineers suck.
So what I'm hearing is we should go back to Flintstone's car. The back to Simply's first car.
I'm saying
Simply's first
like,
car
on,
is
man.
what we're hearing.
Fucking give me a car that is 2000 and older. I have plenty of room on some of them.
What do you think about nowadays, like with the rise of electronic cars? Do you think they're just gonna like stop caring about like quality and just like mass produce electric cars?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just slow. I think
they are.
Some manufacturers are pretty decent with their quality assurance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tesla is absolute dog shit.
I know Tesla is. That's what I'm talking about. I'm shouting out Tesla here because we're a
shout out Tesla. Fuck you.
Shout out Tesla, yeah. Because Elon needs the money because he's a small man.
I see so many Teslas driving around. It's nuts.
No, Teslas are on the rise. I wanted one way back when.
It's insane how many people have them. But
yeah, I think everyone has those phases.
I live out in the countryside, man. No, a Tesla wouldn't last out here.
I do want an electric car, but eventually when the thing matures and it's not, you know.
When like it's more like financially viable to actually go buy one.
Yeah. Well, like
not to mention I'm a uni student with no more than fucking $4,000 in my bank account.
It's funny. It's funny because like I was thinking about this. I'm like, oh, California's doing like rebates and stuff like that for cars. I had like this stupid 5-head idea. It's not even 5-head. I was like, I'm a California resident because I'm from there. They technically consider me a California resident. I could go buy one right now, drive out there right now, and they'd reimburse me. They'd basically be paying me to buy one. But I'd yeah, this is white girl math on the fucking next level. This is like Visco girl math. I take a flight to Cali, like a whatever $200 flight to Cali. Put $23,000 down, and then California reimburses me whatever X amount of money. I'm making money buying a car, and then I drive it back, and I'm rich. We're rich. Money. Like I'm thinking about this, and then I had a thought, and I'm like, this is the worst fucking idea I've ever had. Like,
this is some 11 p.m. trying to go to sleep type thoughts right here.
No, it was 2:33.
Same difference.
It was 2:33 in the morning. I'm like, I like get up from my fucking, because I'm shirtless at this point because I sleep with no shirt on because I'm based as fuck. And yeah, no, I sleep in just my my briefs. I don't sleep with anything else on.
Oh! I thought you said you slept with your shirt on. I was like really confused.
No, I used to when I was younger. Because
I'm sure we all did when we were younger though. Because it's like your parents like, here's pajamas.
Yeah, I wear my jammies.
And then it just got to the point where I was like, nah, fuck it.
I still want some I have some pajama pants though. They're really nice. But anyways, I woke up in a fucking cold sweat. I'm like, holy shit! I'm a fucking genius. I'd be stupid not to do this. I'd be making money. It's a GTA 5 infinite money glitch. Like, fly out to California.
It's just like the ball fondler.
Yeah, it's just like the ball fondler 9000. Like, literally prints money. But now that we're on the topic of car accidents and tragedies, what do you guys think about roller coasters?
Spooky.
The euthanasia roller coaster should definitely be a thing. I don't care.
How would you guys feel if you could put drive a roller coaster around, like one of those carts?
He's talking about the cars thing from Disneyland.
I want the little taxi helicopter.
Like the little no, I'm talking about like
You want an actual roller coaster?
Yeah, like the carts that you get in, like on like Space Mountain or something like that. Drive that around. But it goes the speed of the roller coaster.
Hey, all I can say, I'll get to work real fast, and if anyone's in my way, I'm sorry.
Like we put like chainsaws on it.
You don't need those tires.
Why is this charging?
What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't.
No,
Look, wait. I'm
the
one
it's Fujimoto's next chainsaw.
Thoughts that even I can.
Milligrams of THC. I've had one of these. You guys are. I'm sober. What the fuck are we talking about?
Your mom got him.
The kill coaster.
Yeah, the
What?
No. Have you guys not heard of the euthanasia coaster?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Coaster is
where it's just like 10 loops.
It just gets in progressively smaller loops until you have enough forces where the blood leaves your brain, you fucking die.
Yeah,
I know about that.
Do you know what the solution is if you live? Because the chance of you living was like 97% or something.
Aren't you just liquefied at that point, right?
No. He just sends you again.
I probably built something like that in Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Literally, I think the quote is like, if once isn't enough, the second time we'll do it.
Dude, what do you like? I am terrified of roller coasters. Like I've
been on one roller coaster and it was like, okay, I got thrown around a little bit. I fell on my head.
I hate
throw up on them.
I hate getting thrashed around.
I'm surprised I didn't throw up on it because I get motion sick pretty quickly.
Every time I go on any like carny rides like that, I will throw up.
No, I'm terrified. Well, that's your fault for going on like a county fair.
Hey,
you're asking for trouble.
Do some things, okay?
Country boys make do.
Shut the fuck up,
dude! Holy shit, core memory.
Country boys make do. Country boys make do, and that the fucking roller coaster's operated by like rubber bands and slingshots.
And they might as well be. Like, shit.
No, but I was at Disney this season in my life, aka summer, my summer arc.
Couldn't find the word summer, so you wait for the next best option. Nice work.
Thank you. My brain auto-corrected. But there was the ride, the Incredicoaster, which looks really cool because it's like at Disneyland California Adventure.
Every time you go by.
Oh, I wish. The mouse has my fucking credit card by the vice grips. And like it's got a really cool like water feature, and it's got some loops and everything, and it's like got the Incredibles music. And I'm like, I fucking love the Incredibles music, but I was just too much of a fucking pussy to get on it because I'm like, oh, this is fast, and I hear people screaming. I don't want to get on that. I'm kind of here to just relax.
You scream because that's what you do.
Yeah, because that's what society wants you to do. What if I took a shit on the roller coaster? I don't think everyone would be.
Is
I don't
it
think.
any different than someone throwing up on the roller coaster?
I've never seen anyone throw up on a roller coaster.
It's okay. Me and you will go to Disney. You'll see someone.
You'll see some green.
You'll see some green.
And it ain't Wazowski that you're seeing.
Yeah, no, this would be sick.
Yeah, no, I fully I regret not going on the coaster. I'm just too much of a scaredy cat because I hate centripetal force. I hate flipping around.
Yeah, anything that's has you upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even I don't have any medical conditions or anything, or heart palpitations because I know people who have those can't get on rides and stuff like that. But I was on the Harry Potter ride at Universal, and it's not an intense coaster ride thing. You get jostled around or anything, but there were parts where I was just physically uncomfortable. It's not the theming or anything. It's just the movement of it. Maybe I'm just getting old. I don't know.
Because would you like a mug or the shirt? You get one item free.
Mug.
We will send you your fucking mug. Do not worry. It'll be in the mail.
Does it? Okay, I guess I'm dating myself. The mug I have right now is a Game Boy mug. It has a little Game Boy on it.
Oh, we're gonna have to get the extra features on yours then.
It when I heat it up, the screen lights up.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Are you able to put those in the microwave?
Man, I could.
No, you can't.
No, don't do that.
No, but I'm. No, I don't know. I wanted to talk about roller coaster accidents now that we're on the topic of roller coasters, just to feed into my fear of roller coasters. Because
I got video where that guy puts a fish on a stick and then flings it at a roller coaster while they're going up to it. I think that's a really funny video.
That's a video.
Yeah, but we're not talking about funny. We're talking about horror stories, bro.
Yeah, I think.
Nah. We got some fair rights for you then.
Yeah, one of the ones that I know of is I watched a video on it. It was Fantasyland. This is purely by memory, so I might get the dates wrong. 1986, I want to say. It's an indoor coaster, if I remember correctly. And indoor coasters.
I think I know what you're talking.
I'm done. It was in Edmonton, West Edmonton Mall.
Okay. This is hitting close to home.
It was a triple. Okay, so first off, indoor roller coasters genuinely more terrifying than any other roller coaster.
Yes.
June 14th, 1986.
Mostly because of the logistics, so I was right on the dot. It was a West Edmonton Mall. It's one of those steel roller coasters, which they scare me again. Yeah. It's got a triple loop-de-loop, I think. If I remember correctly, it's a 4-car train.
Something like that.
It was its big attraction.
I'm looking it up.
I forget what happens genuinely.
There's 1, 2, 3 loops. Yes, you're right. I think there's 3, or there's more. Maybe it's
there's a lot of loops. Anyways,
I think the train essentially broke speed. It was 60 miles per hour, and it kind of just gained so much momentum, but it derailed on the third loop, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, the more you're talking about this, more I remember watching something about it as well.
Yeah, and it
it was suspended upside down when the roller coaster came to an abrupt halt on one of the loops.
Yeah, and it just
it fell.
It stalled at the top, and then I think it slid backwards into the concrete column. So I know, was it 2 people died on the coaster and 14 were injured?
Three.
3 dead and 19 injured. Taken to the hospital.
Okay. I've watched so many videos about steel roller coasters, wood roller coasters, basically all things amusement parks. I know how these things are built. I wouldn't say I'm an expert or anything, but I know how some of these things are built. I would say that steel roller coaster. Actually, no, wood roller coasters are the most scary. But God, those things,
Okay.
those things are
Here's
horrifying.
another description on Wikipedia. So, the fourth car of a train traveling midway along the course derailed before encountering the third and final loop. Its wheel assembly had become detached from both the track and car itself, causing the car to sway back and forth across the tracks. The car became damaged, and the lap bar restraints unlocked and released, throwing all 4 of its passengers to the concrete floor below.
Jesus.
Rough.
The train continued to move along the track and into the final loop, but the friction in the car from the car's derailment slowed the train and prevented it from clearing the loop. As it rolled back downward down the loop, the detached car crashed into a concrete pillar about midway down, stopping the train abruptly. 3 of the 4 died, while the 4th was left critically injured with permanent life-altering effects.
Fuck. Imagine
4
being
tap
that
screws holding the wheel assembly together failed. 4 screws. Mike Tyson.
Fuck you, Jordan.
It's
just like talking about this serious shit. And you said that photo.
it's horrifying. Like roller coasters, anything like that. I know it's like the indomitable human spirit to make the most fucking batshitting insane things to push the limitations of
Humankind. Yeah.
humankind. But I
There should be a limit. People should.
there should be a limit. Yeah. It's like.
I mean, you have like the carny rides and stuff that I don't even like. No one is knows what the fuck that ride is. They know how to maintain it. They don't know anything else about that.
Honest to God, I thought.
People just hop in them all the time.
Honest to God, I thought you said they know how to contain it like it's a fucking SCP. You must feed it people occasionally, or not the ride will get angry.
I mean,
Like, okay, yeah. The thing is with county fairs, everyone there is either like,
not qualified to be
not
there,
qualified to
doesn't
be there,
want to be
or
there.
doesn't care. So like the guy operating, the ride operator, barely knows what he's doing. He's probably smoking a fucking like cigarette or a doobie.
They will be
Yeah.
smoking
Yeah.
or chew. They
Or
will
chewing,
always
yeah.
use chew.
Yeah, they're always on like chewing tobacco. So they're just like looking at the people. That's like, get on. Yep, 4 people. I need 4
Don't
people.
forget staring at the hot lady's ass.
Yeah, and then if there's like a scantily dressed woman, it's like, oh, you can go ahead. You stay back, kid. There, you gotta load up the car. You're not too high and stuff like that. And they just like press the red button, to stop the ride. Press the green button. But if that thing ever fails, vaya con Dios. They're leaving.
Look, you too. Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah. So,
I feel like there's got to be some emergency training they go through. There has to be.
do you think they remember
There
it
probably
though?
isn't, but I.
do you think they remember it? I
Probably
mean,
not,
there is.
but I think that if something were actually happening that was that like concerning or emergent, that they would like sober up and fucking.
I mean,
actually
yeah,
do
I
something.
think like your brain is like naturally goes into survival mode at that point.
Yeah, if you are dealing with like safety of people and you're smoking a doobie, I feel like you'd have to have some sort of sense of responsibility to be able to fucking manage that, right? Because you
Yeah.
like, you have to
Because
care at least a
your
little
job is to uphold the safety of people at that
bit.
point.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
like you would at least be held mildly responsible, or at least if people got injured, they blame you. At the
Yeah,
very
'cause you're the
least,
ride
they
operator.
blame you.
Yeah, but at that point, you just like they'd just claim ignorance though. It's like it was the ride's fault for breaking.
Well,
Unless it's,
technically,
like-
there in the law there
unless
is
it's,
that
like,
part.
Unless it's like undeniably like just
You could have
fucking
prevented it.
negligence from like the operator, like you just left it running for like half an hour or some shit, and like someone fell
Well-
off. Like, yeah, that's on you. Like nothing actually happened to the like ride itself.
It didn't fail. It's just pure negligence
But,
at that point.
Yeah,
If they would have to have an emergency stop, and so like if you like don't immediately press the emergency stop or whatever, like, and people get injured,
I wonder what the liability looks like for that, because there is the thing in law. It's the bystander. Like, I don't remember if it's the effect or bystander clause. Essentially, when you see something,
Bystander,
something like that. It's like if you see something bad, like a crime or like something, you technically don't have to get yourself involved because you could either risk escalating the situation or risk your life at that point. I wonder if the bystander, because you enter into a state of shock when something like that happens. So let's say you're a ride operator and you see like this tragic fucking like whirligig, the thing that spins around like detach and like people are swinging out, they're fucking flying out, or whatever. It'd be pretty traumatizing to see that. So I don't know if people after the whole thing is over, if you could be held liable for that, because like at some point you have to be, but then can you make the argument that it's like, oh well, I was in shock and maybe me stepping in is
with something like that. If you do nothing and you also hinder, no, you would probably get charged.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
But if you do nothing, then yeah, you could technically claim, I was traumatized or
you were in shock. Yeah, you didn't know what to do.
If you have a good lawyer and stuff, you could probably get away with it. But if you actively try to help, you're pretty that. But yeah, it's called the bystander effect. That's the traumatizing, or like whenever you freeze, that activates the
because
the bystander effect is whenever people just gather around accidents because they think the next person is going to do someone else.
Yeah, because eventually someone will do something, but no one does anything because no one wants to do anything. I'm like, you have the job description as like a park ride operator is to operate the rides, and then I'm assuming is to maintain the ride and keep it safe, or check up and say, hey, if this needs maintenance, we'll call the right people,
or like at least make sure the maintenance is being
done. They have the right operators and the maintenance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like you can alert the maintenance people when the ride needs to be looked at. My wonder is
if they're small enough.
I've got a little bit of Canadian laws. I've been jamming up right here. A visitor to an amusement park can hold the park owner liable for any injuries resulting from negligence, even if the injury is not a result of a ride. This is because the Occupiers Liability Act of Ontario states that an amusement park owner has control over the conditions of the premises, and therefore owes a duty of care to its visitors.
So it'd be the park, it'd be the park owner at that point, not the
park owner. But like, I believe employees can also be responsible if they are doing stupid things. So the list here is like failure to post warning signs prohibiting people with certain conditions, failure to provide workers with proper training, operating line. That's an odor thing, but like failure to perform regular maintenance. I think there was one about posting safety information, or like, failure of operators to provide riders with safety rules. That's one of the big ones as well. Like if you don't tell them what they shouldn't do and they get injured, then they're kind of like
that's different than that's an actual like park.
Yeah, that's actual like park, right?
I don't know if that is a thing in your guys' country, maybe. Essentially, they would have a fair that's only in...
The rides are on trucks. Yeah, we have that every year.
Okay, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
but I think
it's more like I mean, technically yes and no.
There's one person who's running it, and they have a duty to hire the people who operate the rides and make sure that they're maintained. And even if they're individual rides, the owner of that ride, whatever fucking ride it may be that comes in a truck or whatever, they have the duty to maintain it and make sure that it's safe to ride. And they have to train the person who operates it what to do in an emergency and what directions to give people so they don't get injured. Yeah. Like there's still some semblance of responsibility that you have to have. So even if it's from a truck, you still got to make sure that people are safe on it, right? Yeah.
I guess this is definitely something I want to learn about. So if someone in the comments down below would believe, maybe a lawyer or something like that. Maybe if Saul Goodman is listening, we get an answer to this, because this is genuinely something that I do want to know about.
If you're an expert on carnival ride law, please let us know.
Yeah, please send an email to editor Jamie. Put a link in eventually, or an email thing.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for later. For later.
Yeah, for later. Editor Jamie. Mostly because I want to delve away from a more. We've had a pretty fucking sad and somber episode this time.
We started with time being way too long and depressing to bad drivers to tragedies.
Yeah,
So-
we've really hit the nail on the head of being a very.
Directed by you, by the way. You're the one who started this conversation.
No. But I'm saying like each episode has like a a dark undertone, I guess. Because episode 1 was criminals and committing great crimes.
That was funny criminals though.
Episode 2 is essentially borderline sexual assault, but for money.
Wait, are you still?
The ball.
Yeah, man, the things I would
The
do
ball
for
phone.
one, am I right?
It's a doctor. It's not sexual assault. If it's a doctor.
That's why I'm saying borderline.
Oh god, no.
Well, it's not even. It's not borderline either. It's just like.
I don't know, but still, it's
Robot
still
ball
not normal
We
things.
just need something more funny because this whole episode is really
Yeah,
keying in on the bad of the good, the bad, and the funny.
We'll have a funny one day, boys.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is, we have our ups and downs, we have our goods and bads, but I want to focus on the bad because sometimes that bad can be good. So
the bad can be funny.
sometimes the bad can be funny. Yeah.
Oh shit!
What do you guys? What is one game or like movie that is just really fucking bad, but like you can't stop like it's like
Classic.
it's like funny or like you just enjoy it. No, I mean like with movies it's easy like Sharknado, The Room, and stuff like that. But like with the video,
I
game.
was about to say.
What is it bad?
Oh shit.
It's
What am
a
I
little
thinking of?
mobile game that's kind of. I'm actually going to really date myself here.
Right,
Kingdom
right.
Rush.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait,
That
I think I
sounds
know that.
familiar.
Yeah, I know this one. Yeah,
Fuck.
It's the tower defense one.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
fucking
shit.
love that game.
Mm-hmm.
I
Holy
have it on Steam
shit.
and I open it sometimes just to redo the levels.
Oh, I
It's-
think I remember watching you play this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched you play
I
it.
I love it. It's definitely one of those like on the mobile app you have to buy the heroes and shit, and you can easily spend like $100+ I think it was. I think one of the heroes was like $45.
Simply like, wait, let
On
me
the
check my
mobile
bank
game?
account.
Yeah, on the mobile game, absolute dog shit.
I need a
Steam
bank
though,
statement.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Boys.
But it was a mobile game that got ported to Steam, or just like
Yeah,
okay, because I only knew it from the
It
mobile
was
game. I never
actually
knew it was on
decent port,
Steam. I never knew it was on Steam.
Jesus.
What is
love it.
what is a bad game?
There's a lot of like mobile games that are ported to Steam. Though. Just-
Yeah, like Bleach, Brave
You-
Souls,
you-
3D
you
action.
you can get anything. Steam
What-
most times.
What is one shitty game? There's one that I had in my head that I've like.
Banjo Tooie.
Hey,
Banjo
hey, hey,
Tooie,
hey,
what?
You're gonna anger some
No,
people.
sorry, nuts and bolts.
Nuts and bolts?
Sorry,
Mhm.
sorry. I forgive me.
Man trying to fucking start a
Oh,
war.
I almost started flicking.
You're gonna start a war with fucking boomers.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean for that. Banjo, Kazooie, and Tooie are good. I meant nuts and bolts.
Okay, I guess this one's hard because this question's hard. Because when you're a kid, you kind of just play anything. But there's
Yeah.
one game that I remember fondly, like not fondly, but like vividly. It was a 64 game because the N64 is a banger console, and I will die on that hill.
Base.
It was Quest 64. It was like
Oh my God.
I've heard of this.
who made it? Was it Treasure or something like that? I don't. Genuine-
Imagineer
It is.
is the dev.
It was like okay. So I don't remember what year it came out. I think it was 97 or like 99.
98.
Okay, I was in the middle.
You were right in the middle of it.
It was.
This looks like if you took the Final Fantasy VII 3D graphics but put it in the Mario 64 world.
No, yeah, because like this game was like this was my first RPG that I played.
Oh shit!
And this is what we got instead of like Final Fantasy VII. So I don't know if you guys knew Final Fantasy VII was supposed to be on the.
Yeah, it was supposed to be on the 64.
On the
but
64.
then, like Squaresoft and Nintendo kind of just
They didn't agree with the cartridge-based system.
Yeah, and so they went to PS1 because
Yeah.
CDs allowed you to like hold more data on a game.
Yeah, but
and FF7 still managed to be 3 discs.
I was yeah, but it's cool. How old was I? I was probably let's be just for the sake of brevity. Oh, I was like 5 or 6. So RPG is totally not in my like wheelhouse. I have only been playing Mario and like Lego Star Wars. So to go to like an RPG where you have to do a lot of reading and like a lot of walking back and forth and turn-based combat, not great for a kid. It's a bad game because I think the difficulty was actually like one of the biggest things. But also the game just never told you where to go. It was kind of
also kind of janky.
Dude,
yes, yeah.
Dude, I love Shenmue.
It was it was just a lot of running around and like the game looked ugly. It was a 64 game. I even like as a kid I'm like this game does not look as good as like Mario 64 and stuff like that. The music was bad. The combat was bad. But I don't remember ever beating it or ever getting far because like I said, you just don't know where to go. And I never got frustrated at it because I was a kid. It was just like something to do. It was fun, like to just run around and I guess beat up monsters with a stick. I didn't know you could do magic until I was 20. But yeah, that was like one of those games where like it wasn't good by any stretch of the imagination, but it was a good time for me as a kid, I guess, because any game when you're a kid is like a good time.
That's kind of where I was gonna go with it because like the games themselves, like kind of like the stories they told or whatever, were fine. But in terms of like being games, like looking back on them, they were like awful. And I'm talking about like those like movie like
the movie license games.
Like the movie like tie-in games where you like had things like Open Season or like Chicken Little or something or Robots. Like in like I remember them fondly because I remember like playing them on GameCube with my dad and shit, and it was a great time. But like I'm sure if I went back to play them now, I'd be like, what the fuck?
These games are ass.
Like,
yeah.
Like in well, I remember them as being like good, but in like reality, they're like
they're pretty
back, they're like
bargain bin.
They're pretty bad, and it's like
yeah.
We're buying you this game because you're still only like 8 years old and you can't deal with fucking like anything more than like, hey, go get this random gear and then get this next one.
Little fetch quest.
Like, and some of them were like decent from what I remember. Like things like the Open Season one was actually pretty fun. I remember that.
Yeah.
Like there was like a whole section where you're like, well, you're a bear and you're like riding on top of a porta potty that's like in a moving river and trying to dodge shit. It was epic.
Is Open Season the movie with Boog
it was like,
and then the elk?
That's it. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was confusing it for Over the Hedge for some reason. I thought it was the.
Okay, but over the Hedge of the PS2 is a masterpiece.
Okay. Were you in the same boat when you like were growing up with like when your parents would buy you video games and stuff like that? They'd buy you only like really movie licensed stuff. I don't know if it's just like a parents thing because like hey, my kid's watching like SpongeBob or like watching this movie. Let's get them this because they enjoyed this, or
yeah, like that's.
I feel like part of it was because like, well, at the time I would like when my parents would just buy us games for whatever, like me and my brother. It was we were like. I was like 10, my brother's like 8, and they're just like buying whatever looks like sort of family friendly.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of it was like GameCube games, Wii games, or like some for like the DS.
Yeah.
Or like Game Boy or something. And a lot of the time it's like, hey, we're going to this like used game shop and just going to get whatever we can for cheap. So
yeah. And usually those were the games that were like on the cheaper side.
So like it's doesn't shock me like whatsoever that like I had so many. Like I remember having like
I had Shrek Smash and Crash Racing for the GameCube.
Yeah, my like PlayStation,
Yeah.
my PlayStation 2
Oh,
library
fuck,
was
you said-
massive for
you
like
said Shrek.
movie licensed games.
You know
Shrek 2
what
was like
game you know what game was actually a banger was the Shrek racing game. That
So-
game was actually so fun.
the
Wait,
DreamWorks
Shrek,
one.
You mean
Yeah, I know what no one's
Wait,
talking about. It
which
was.
one? What
The
console?
the DreamWorks like racers
on the
on like
GameCube.
360, GameCube
Yeah,
and stuff
you
like
Shrek
that.
Smash and Crash Racing that I just talked about.
Okay, yeah, you
That
didn't
just
say
mentioned the
racing
name
though.
of-
You didn't say racing
I
at the
did.
end. No, you didn't. I didn't hear
Okay,
it.
my
Wait.
mic must have cut out because I definitely did.
Shrek
No, Shrek
Smash
Smash and
and Crash.
Smash and Crash
Shrek
Racing.
Smash and Crash
that
Racing.
was
That was a banger game.
that was actually so good.
Oh, I remember this. I
I,
remember playing this at my dentist.
Oh my god, they had it on the DS. No fucking way.
Game Boy.
My family got me stuff that was what I was watching, but I was watching anime back on Toonami, so like,
Oh. Oh no.
that's the kind of stuff I was watching. So that's what my family was like. Okay, he wants this.
I remember,
Son, I present
Mine
you.
was because I was watching.
I remember
Pokemon.
getting like the Bakugan game for the DS.
Son, I present you Dragon Ball Sagas. You will never beat this game.
I forgot what
Wait,
one
wait,
it
wait,
was that I got. I actually did get a Dragon Ball one.
Budokai Tenkaichi, probably.
The 3.
Yes, probably.
It was probably
Was it
Tenkaichi.
PS2?
Yeah, it was PS2 was Tenkaichi like series,
Yeah,
and
it
then
was-
Sagas was also PS2, but Sagas was like the more story based one. Yeah, Sagas was PS2, GameCube, and then I think Xbox as well. I should know this because I'm the resident
Saga.
Latino. If it has
The
Goku,
one I played was
What did the cover look like?
Tenkaichi
It was during
3
the
was
Cell
also on
arc.
PS2 as well.
that's
well,
all I-
no, that's the thing. A lot of the games did like abridged versions of the stories.
Yeah, that's like how like the Naruto.
Bro, this was back in 2006.
Yeah, then it was probably Tenkaichi because
It would have been.
I don't
no,
remember.
It was either the first or second one because they had like
they had up to
Tenkaichi 1 through 3 released
Yeah.
in 05, 06, and 07
Mhm.
respectively.
I think
Was that
Saga.
during the Cell/Boo arc?
Well,
So-
let me put it this way: Cell in every form was in every one of them, so that doesn't help.
Okay,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna.
Boo was after Cell.
Majin Buu, where's he was also in all of them.
Simply, I sent you a screenshot of Saga's gameplay.
Okay, it wasn't Sagas.
Yeah, because I knew it because Saga's is more story based and shitty. Because Saga's ass. That's why I said you wouldn't beat it.
Dude, that looks horrible.
Yeah, Tenkaichi is the better of the Dragon Ball games.
Yeah, and
Say it in the
Tenkaichi's
podcast,
Tenkaichi's the
discussion.
good
Come on,
one,
brother.
bro.
I want to see it.
Tenkaichi's like the arena fighter.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Tenkaichi's
That
cover.
looks fucking terrible. Jesus
Tenkaichi's
Christ.
cover.
It looks horrible.
Tenkaichi's
Yeah,
cover art is
no.
sick.
A little bit of like the best shit game I've ever played on the Wii just came back to me. It's called Off-Road Extreme.
This looks awful.
Fucking, it's a banger game.
It looks
I played
a
the
bit
shit
too
out of
extreme for my liking.
it. It looks like a PS2 game.
You're dissing the PS2. This looks like a PS1 game.
Yeah, you could probably actually no.
Man,
If the cars had less polygons, this would run on the N64.
Yeah.
You know which game
It is,
that, like,
but like I played too much of this game.
Was
I had
it
too much
was
fun.
it shitty motion controls or was it like?
It was motion. Yep.
Because I remember
Motion
getting
Mario Kart.
like a not a Monster Hunter game. Excuse me. Monster
bro, I
Jam.
wish.
A Monster
I
Jam
love the
game.
Monster Jam. Yeah.
Like Monster Jam on Wii, Road Fury or something like that, Road Rage or something like that. Not Road Rage because that was
Oh.
Simpsons. It had like Gravedigger on the
Wait.
cover.
yeah.
Road Jam
oh,
or something
shit.
like that.
You
Road.
guys talking
I'm
about
looking
these
up, I'm looking up,
PS2
I'm looking
games
up, I'm
just
looking
make
up,
me
I'm
want to
looking
go
up, I'm looking
back
up.
to the GameCube. Do you remember?
List of Monster Jam video games. It's fucking.
It was on the Wii. I remember specifically getting on the Wii because it had a green. It came bundled with the Gravedigger Wii Mote condom thing that you put your controller in.
Duran,
Yeah.
did you ever use the GameCube like a lot?
I just recently got a GameCube. I didn't grow up with one. I grew up with PlayStation 2 and 64.
The reason I was
There was-
asking is
Monster Jam for the there wasn't a specific name for it. It was just Monster Jam.
No, it had a subtitle. I remember it. I think because the game was like rated T. Because it was edgy. It was awesome. I didn't really play the game a lot.
Oh fuck! You know what game popped in my head though that we were talking about this?
Yeah.
The one where Sonic became a werewolf.
Sonic Unleashed. I found it, Otis. It's Path of Destruction. That's the one I played.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wait, Monster Jam.
Yeah. Was there any games that you played as a kid that like story games are like super heavy, like that, like you had to sink a shit ton of hours into it? Like
I never beat any game as a kid. Like,
you never beat a game?
Didn't. I would play
Final
a game.
Fantasy X.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. It would be like any of the Professor Layton, other than Teacher, because I went ham and had all of them. And
I guess growing up, I never really. I beat Mario 64, of course. But granted, I had a twin brother, so like we had to play games that are co-op.
Okay. More memories. Bigfoot Collision Course. That's the one that I remember playing a lot.
What was?
But
so it was like a lot of Lego games is what I did, and then a lot of like licensed games. No, licensed games we never really beat besides Up, and that was Xbox 360. So yeah, it was a lot of like Mario Karts.
This game is bad.
The only one that I really remember beating as like a kid outside of Mario 64 and like the ones I listed is Subspace Emissary in Brawl, because I only really started playing like video games like for myself by myself when I was in like high school. It was basically when my brother and I kind of tapered off into like our own niches, because like he got into more like sports games, and I got more into like Nintendo, stayed in that realm.
The thing for me, and I think for a lot of kids in general, especially like us growing up, a lot of it's like when we're young, we want like the things you can like play with your siblings or play with your friends, or like the things that you see on YouTube all the time, right?
Yeah, they're not like story games.
No. And then you but then as you get older, you're like, oh, this like game
I can play this game for myself.
This looks really good.
Yeah.
Right? Like when it came to like the Wii or anything like that, a lot of it was like I would like start something
I remember
until it like wasn't fun anymore, and then immediately switch to something else and just kept doing that.
Yeah.
So
which like as
look
a
at the video I
kid,
put in the channel, because holy shit, dude, this game is bringing back so many memories. Holy fuck.
but like
nostalgia
I'm gonna
land.
be real. I think the closest I
am.
got to beating games were like Mario Super Sluggers on the Wii, or
Yeah.
like Mario Kart Wii on the DS and shit. Other than like again like the Professor Layton games.
Yeah, other than
I
like
was-
Pokemon and stuff like that, I wouldn't really beat games as a kid.
Hey, fuck you. Okay.
I did beat Pokemon games because I was obsessed with that
all
shit.
the games that I really played whenever I was an actual kid was Pokemon, the original Red and all that fun stuff. And then
Old
I
man.
didn't really stop playing, like, not finish a game until I got to the what was the one? Just the Square. What was the Square one called for the Nintendo?
Oh, the GameCube?
No, not the GameCube. The handheld.
The SP?
Yeah, the SP. Whenever I got that, I got a fucking game about Luffy, and I couldn't finish that one. That was my most like ingrained game.
Well, you got a One Piece game?
Yeah. On the SP. It was oh my god, I hated that game.
I know for
clown was so
Buggy.
hard.
Buggy,
Oh.
Buggy.
Oh, wait.
I mean,
I've seen this
honestly,
game for
though,
sale.
How could you beat him? Buggy?
Wait, this
Come
game
on.
looks sick. Hold up. It's
Dude,
just
it was
called
actually
it's just
really
called
fun.
One Piece.
It was really fun. I think it went Fishman arc, and that was it.
Well, probably.
Wait, this game looks sick. Wait, what the fuck?
No, it was really fun. It's just it was really hard.
I might have to stream
Picture.
this.
The controls are like really janky
Oh my
at
god,
times.
I'm going through Nostalgia Land again. Oh,
No,
that
but-
looks sick. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I guess what was one game that I remember vividly, like just like beating as a
Holy
kid.
shit.
God, what is a game? Mario Galaxy is like the only thing that I can really remember. Like,
See,
I
I'm gonna be real.
Like, the World 3 boss of Mario Galaxy 2.
Yeah, I was
played
gonna say
Mario Galaxy 1.
I never got past like the very like first like regular boss.
granted, I was like older when I got Galaxy. Galaxy came out in what, 2000?
I was like 11, maybe.
Galaxy came out in what, 2007, 6? I think it was 7. Was it 7? Mario Galaxy.
Yeah. Oh, 07.
Yeah, so I was 6 at the time. Yeah, that's like the first game I really remember outside of like Lego games, of course, because Lego games we had to 100% complete because I ain't no bitch.
I never had enough attention span to do that.
No, well, the thing is, we loved Lego games, and like when we bought a video game, especially like one of them Lego games, we knew it was gonna be like a while until we got another game. So like you played the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I just for a lot of it would be, they keep just. Fuck! It just clicked. Fucking Kirby Superstar Ultra on the DS. That's one that I fucking gave the shit out of. Holy shit!
Oh wait, fuck! No, yeah, no, it was like Kirby's Epic Yarn too as well. Fuck!
Yes.
Like any Kirby game. Like those were the shits. Like I played Return to Dreamland on the Wii.
What was the spin-off one that was just like mini games constantly?
Well, there's Superstar that had mini games because it was micro games, and then there was Air Ride on the GameCube.
No, the one I'm thinking of is it's a Kirby. I think it was in the
what was it on? Like
the SP era, maybe.
Are you guys ready for me to say something controversial?
He's gonna say Kirby sucks.
You're gonna say you've never played
a Kirby game. I've never played a Kirby.
I have an idea.
Dude,
Oh.
I will say the newer ones that came out, the last one that just came out, really cool.
Yeah, I heard Forgotten World
but it's
is
on the
really
Switch,
good.
So
No, I heard it ran well.
No, I didn't play many, but I played the ones on like the DS, like Kirby Squeak Squad and Kirby Superstar Ultra, and then like Epic Yarn and shit on the Wii as well.
Yeah. Which Epic Yarn was
And,
like baby easy, but it was also really adorable because it was just all yarn.
Yeah, and like the one on, was it Return to Dreamland where it's like you could get like the big superpowers and also.
Yeah, that was yeah. That was that's. They brought that one to the Switch.
I have an idea. I'm not muting, but my headphones are off. I have the greatest idea of all time.
But yeah,
I'm going on a search.
it was I don't know. Do you think nowadays, like with the advent of like mobile games and all these free to play games, do you think like kids nowadays just don't beat games anymore? Like they don't.
See, the thing is though, kids, they're gonna look at what's most popular like on the internet, and everything is most popular is things like
Battle Royales.
Like BRs or like Call of Duty or
Yeah.
None of it's gonna be like you're never gonna find a kid that's like, oh hey look, Armored Core just came out. I'm just gonna go sink 40 hours into that right now.
Yeah, because like especially nowadays, like kids are. I don't know. This is gonna make me sound old, but I think as a society we have recognized that attention spans are not what they used to be. So I just hope that video games, like single player games, just never really dwindle out. Because like there's so many games nowadays that are releasing that are single player, and they're making them like always online, either like games as a service.
Yeah, like why?
Like I just hope it never.
Like the only benefit to like live service games that are like single player is the fact that like you can like patch shit. That's the only benefit.
Yeah.
But, like it shouldn't be like the whole like Payday 3 thing like recently where it's like
flashlight.
Hey, you gotta be online at all times to play this game. You can't play single player. And but fuck, I miss like old DS games and shit, man. I really like I would love to be able to like go back and be able to like consciously put in the effort to like beat something.
Yeah.
Superstar Saga, or like partner, or is it Partners in Time? That's the name of the other one.
That's the Mario.
Yeah, I mean like the Mario and Luigi games.
Yeah, that's the first game. Yeah, well, Partners in Time was the DS one. Superstar Saga was the Game Boy one.
Yeah, Superstar Saga, or like Bowser's Inside Story, or like fucking like Luigi's Mansion, or Mario Sunshine, or anything like that.
Simply just pull. He's just pulling up the emulator.
Don't
tell Nintendo.
I have Dolphin open because I want to play Crystal Chronicles so bad. But talking about all these like single player platformer type games, really making me want to replay Hat in Time.
Yeah. I just hope that like single player games and like more single player focused games just never go away.
I don't
think they will. I don't think they will.
They'll never die out.
Yeah.
But it'll be the case of like you'll find less and less from the big AAA companies, and then you'll be getting those single player experiences from like indie devs.
Yeah. So like I don't know.
Which might honestly be better.
Yeah, I mean it's a double-edged sword.
You can get people that are actually passionate about it, or people that are just trying to make a quick buck.
Yeah. Because I don't know. This is just making me sound old, but like I don't think kids nowadays appreciate what gaming was a couple of years ago. Because I think gaming as it stands right now, it's not great, but it's definitely better than what it was, like the industry as a whole. Like there's definitely more like standards people have. I guess people have more higher standards of what a game could be.
I should say like this year in general for games, like there's been some
slop, yeah.
Like
Smeagol.
Fucking Smeagol.
Oh my god.
Like, Saints Row or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, I was hopeful for Saints Row, and then it broke my kneecaps, man.
The entire launch of
for every
Payday
bad game that's like launched this year, there's been like a good one too, right?
Yeah. It's been pretty balanced.
A couple good ones. Like,
yeah.
Like you had fucking like Forspoken dropping in January, but then you also had, which is awful.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also had like things like the Dead Space remake, or fucking
Armored
looking
Core.
for another good one.
Armored Core release.
I'm talking like in January.
Oh.
I don't know what's been released this year. I just know it's been good.
Or like something like Hi-Fi Rush, for example, which was good.
Mm-hmm. Like I don't know. I think definitely we've moved away as like an industry for games where instead of making it companies back then were realizing like, oh, we can capitalize on like this form of media, like let's make a Tom and Jerry game, let's make 1 million Tom and Jerry games, let's make 1 million like Dragon Ball games, let's make 1 million of this. Nowadays we're realizing we can make one thing and we can make it good. Not granted, there are still like shit is still being released. Like I'm not saying it's perfect, but I don't think kids realize nowadays how good they have it.
Yeah, I know.
Like we had to play through some slop to fucking like to get by. But I don't know. I guess it's just the old guy in me. Because like nowadays you could be argued that yes, this generation of gaming is definitely vapid and it's soulless. They're all out for money.
All the big companies, at least, I should say.
Because like it could be argued that those movie tie-in games did have passion behind it. There were people who did like the property and media and did try to do a creative twist on it.
Yeah, yes, it was a fucking cash grab, but like it's still like not as morally bankrupt as something like a fucking like Smeagol.
Yeah, it also
like and not to say that the devs back, because I have heard that the actual devs making the game did try their best. They just got fucked over by like the parent company.
Yeah. Like it's again, I'm gonna sound like a fucking broken record here, but I think games that were released back in the day, like these movie license games, I'm gonna stab myself in the foot. Probably shoot myself in the foot, but they are more stable than some of the games that are releasing nowadays. Like
100%. But the thing is, back then though, you couldn't fucking put out a
Yeah, you
game
couldn't patch it.
that,
Yeah.
that couldn't run. You couldn't
Yeah.
patch it to fix it like day
Mhm.
one.
Yeah.
It had to be a full working game.
Mm-hmm.
That's another like big part to this whole thing is that like because now devs are able to patch games and whatnot, like after they release, they're not putting in as much effort beforehand to
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like actually just get.
They can get by with the minimum because they'll be like, oh, we'll fix it in patches.
Yeah, like take look at Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
It's finally good now. On release, it was hot.
It was dog shit. Yeah.
PC wasn't terrible. Anything on a console was awful.
Mm-hmm.
No,
But, like-
PC was still really bad.
No, not saying it wasn't.
But
just
yeah,
saying,
it wasn't
like,
absolutely cannot.
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't like entirely like a fucking
Unplayable, yeah.
morally bankrupt money printing machine like it.
Yeah.
Or,
Oh.
I've got some
I guess
DS
it kind of
and 3DS
was.
games that I fished out. I was looking for my old DS collection, like with all the games I had for DS. I don't know where it is. It makes me sad because I wanted to pull it out because we had some fucking shit games for that thing.
Yeah, I have a lot of slop
It might be.
for like PlayStation games. I have
But, like,
so much
swear
PlayStation
I've
slop.
Seen it.
Goddamn.
Not that long ago.
I have never seen so many fucking sports games all in one like physicalized location. I think we had every
I swear
single
it
like
was here.
Madden up to like 2010. Actually, no, I lie. It is every single like Madden or NCAA game up to like 2014.
So you just had like 10 copies of the same game. Got it.
Yeah, we had 10 copies of the same game.
Like I swear I had it here.
Like I think I have like 4 copies of like Madden 08.
Why?
Garage sales mostly. Because like my parents would buy
Yeah,
games
that's-
and like they'd
that's-
be like bundled in, and like every person under the sun was trying to get rid of their Madden 08s because apparently Madden
That's-
08 is like an STD at this point.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause
especially
that-
if it's like at a garage sale. If it was like you're like buying a new copy full price.
Oh
every
fuck
year,
no.
that's
No.
just- ugh.
You'd buy like a PlayStation 2 and it'd come with like 50 games or whatever, like 20 games or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was looking back at our collection because we were moving stuff down in the basement, and my parents were like, "Yeah, we're never gonna really like get rid of these or like sell these because like these were like your guys' like childhood games. Like, granted, you know they're taking up space and everything, but like this was like your guys' thing." Because like my parents were looking for stuff to either like sell in a garage sale or like just give away in general to like family members and stuff like that. And I'm always telling them like, yeah, just please don't touch like all the Nintendo consoles I have, the Nintendo games I have. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll not like never get rid of these. Like you these are yours. Like these are your guys' stuff.
I wish I had that mentality.
Oh, he's gonna
like,
tell the story again. He's gonna tell the story again.
4 years ago, but I have it
You
more
sold,
now with like my GameCube. I
A
don't
gold
know.
Zelda 3DS, right? Or no, you sold the
No,
3-in-1 Zelda game disc for the
4-in-1, but-
GameCube.
I don't remember selling that. I don't know where it went.
I thought you sold it and traded it in for a.
Yeah,
3DS.
No, Xbox One thing maybe.
Oh,
I'm
you
not-
traded the 3DS for the Xbox One, probably.
Yeah.
Actually, that makes sense.
Well, I got that for free, so that the 3DS I found because
Wasn't that on like a ground?
It
or
found
something
it.
like that?
It found it in a parking lot, and no one was around, so we were just like, "Fuck it, I'm taking." To be fair, my 12-year-old brain couldn't get it through my head that I should have factory reset it to get past the fucking parental lock that was put on it. But, so I was like entirely gimped to use it. I still have. Actually, I kind of took it from my
I'm
brother,
back. I have
but
pizza.
it's the like the Mario and Luigi Dream Team tie-in one, 3DS XL.
I never
I
did.
hate on that game too much. It was fun.
I never did any trade-ins for video games.
But like, I'm more talking about like in
Ow.
my like with the GameCube stuff
Mhm.
I had. 'Cause I had a lot of shit for the GameCube, but then I just wanted money for stuff, so I just went to selling shit. And it wasn't like, again, they didn't have anything like Mario Sunshine or Zelda at the time when I was selling shit in high school or whatever.
Mm.
But for a lot of it, it just ended up being like, hey,
Sunshine was crazy.
I've got like this old Pac-Man game. In
Pac World.
So I think so actually, and it was just like trying to like sell it on like Marketplace or something, get $30 out of it. A lot of the time people would pay.
Well, because I mean, as a kid, you don't really know the value of like these things.
I mean, this is when I was in like high school or whatever. But again, I'm like, I'm not working at the time. I want money for stuff.
Like even still, like you just don't understand like how like games essentially appreciate in value.
To be fair, a lot of the ones I was like trying to sell were like at that point in high school were like the ones that were like not as great.
Yeah,
like it was like, yeah, sure, like the fucking Namco arcade collection one would probably appreciate in value, but I'm never gonna touch that again.
Yeah,
and it's like the case is fucked to shit, and it's not like a Nintendo game.
Yeah, I never, like I said, I never really got into trading as a kid. The only thing I traded in was it towards a purchase. It was my original 3DS. I traded it in towards the purchase of a new Nintendo 3DS, like the I guess the last iteration, because it was like
the new Nintendo 3DS.
GameStop was giving you like GameStop was giving you like $100 towards the purchase of it. So like basically I paid $110 for the
it's basically free at that point. Like
for like, because it was like right when it came out, so like I was getting it.
I know when we were like trading in shit for Xbox time, like the major, because it was like the golden like special edition,
the black and gold Majora's Mask. Yeah,
the 3DS XL that I had and traded it in, and like that alone covered like half the cost.
Yeah, because that was like the bundle version of Majora's Mask.
Well,
the game.
I wasn't there, but my parents were saying like all the people working there, like, I want to like, buy this like after it's like processed and everything and all that.
Yeah.
So at the time, I was like, man, I'm like happy because like
you get an Xbox.
Of money to get the Xbox, but now I'm looking back and I'm like, this is not smart.
Yeah.
But like whatever. What's done is done. Even if I did still have it, it'd probably be at home, and I probably wouldn't have touched it in 6 years as it is. But
you got more memories playing the Xbox One, and that's all that matters because it's the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, because Destiny 1 was that good.
Yep.
I'm gonna read out all my old DS games that I found, or at least the 3DS ones.
Hold on, real quick before you do. How long have we been recording?
A minute. 1 minute and 32 seconds.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. So
yeah, that's just enough.
Founders Giants, kind of a shit game. Scrabble was the only game my mom would play with me.
Wait, why the fuck would you buy a board game on a DS?
Dude,
because it was the only game my mom would play for me.
No, I never had a board game on a DS.
So that we could play it together because it's the only game she could play.
That's wholesome.
Yeah.
Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, banger game, fucking.
Wait, that ran on the DS?
Yes. It was
crazy.
A 3DS game.
Oh, okay.
It was a 3DS game.
Okay.
The rest are 3DS except for Super Monkey Ball Touch and Roll, also banger game.
They ported that to mobile, and I play it to this day.
Do they really?
Yeah, they ported. Well, the basic.
You have to pay for it?
Yeah, but you know my ass don't want to see no ads.
I'm looking this up right now. Anyway, I got Smash for the 3DS.
I never played that one because I didn't want to break my 3DS.
I do have that one because my brother bought it digitally, and then I had the physical copy, but the digital version's still on my brother's DS, which is the one I still have.
I never wanted to break my 3DS with it, so.
Fair enough.
I didn't get a lot of 3DS games actually. I played.
This is not
both Zeldas.
This is like Banana Blitz.
Well, I know they did touch and roll stuff on the Play Store because it's very easy to port.
Yeah. Touch and roll, phenomenal game. Super Mario Bros. 2. I'll be honest, it was extremely mid, like aggressively mid.
It was safe. It was very safe. They needed something for the holiday season.
Oh wait, no,
the gold one.
Yeah,
it was the coin one.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 7.
Banger. That was the
Mario
first.
Kart 7 was great.
One of the best Mario Kart games, if not the best.
That was the first game I put in 3DS because it was my birthday gift, and then 3D
Mhm.
World or 3D
Mhm.
Land
I
alongside
played
it.
Mario Kart on the GameCube.
I played 64. That was my first game.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. I committed treason. Double Dash is the best one. Forever be the best.
No, it's 64.
No.
All of them are good.
Yeah, all of them are good.
Like,
The
Double
fence
Dash-
sitter.
Yeah,
Do I need to go
close,
to?
but it's
Do I need to go back to Super Mario Kart in the SNES, bro? Like, come on.
that game sucked, I'll be honest. The technology was cool, but it was not.
My dad will kick the shit out of you if he heard you.
I played it on an actual SNES.
Yeah, my dad would kick the shit out of you if he heard that say that, Otis.
Well, if you grew up with it, yeah, sure, it's great. But going back to it with modern Mario Kart, it's not very good in my opinion.
I kind of like it.
Anyway,
I think it holds up.
controversial take: Mario and Luigi Dream Team was a very fun game, and I very much enjoyed it.
I never played it because I ain't no baby who plays baby games. I play cool games.
That one was genuinely so boring. Like I'm not.
It was a
even
bit boring, but the combat was really fun.
A sleepy game for a sleepy man.
Truly.
Well,
Luigi
that was the whole point. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luigi's a snoozer male.
Yeah. He's sleep pilled.
Like even when I was older at this point trying to beat that game. Like genuinely after I'd started focusing on shit and I couldn't do it. I genuinely couldn't.
I just thought it looked boring because I was like, this just looks like Bowser's Inside Story, but shit. Because Bowser's Inside Story was amazing.
Yeah.
That's kind of if you said Bowser's Inside Story, but shit, I'd agree with you. Yeah.
That's what they were. That's what the game. Sadly that's what Mario and Luigi games became. It's like they tried being Bowser's Inside Story, but they were all bad. Yeah.
Well, there was only
Paper Jam and Dream Team. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did a remake of Superstar Saga, which apparently was bad.
No, it was good. I have it. I played it.
I heard the music was bad. I heard the art style was bad. I don't know. I heard purists say it was bad.
I like the music. Yeah, purists would say it's bad. I would think, but I really like the music remixes. And it played well. I just think, from my experience with it, it's overhyped.
Mm.
That's going to be controversial as hell. But I think Bowser's Inside Story is way better.
I don't think anyone disagrees with Bowser's Inside Story being the best one, or being.
No, I think a lot of people are saying that Superstar Saga is the best one of Bowser's.
Yeah, it's just nostalgia. That's the thing, though.
Superstar Saga was also fucking goated.
It was
I can't agree with you on the
way more
overhyped
basic.
shit.
It's
the first game.
Bowser's Inside Story. Yeah. No, it's the second.
Yeah, first one was Mario. 7 stars.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking purely Mario and Luigi series.
Yeah.
The first one is Superstar Saga.
Yeah, and they were doing more than what they did with Mario RPG, I think, but compared to the rest of the games, it just wasn't enough.
I feel like
for the time, it was great, but you got fire and lightning, and that was it, pretty much.
I feel like the black sheep of the family outside of the post Bowser's Inside Story, because really people only look at it like a trilogy. I feel like the black sheep of the trilogy is Partners in Time.
Yeah.
No one ever really talks about it.
I've watched a playthrough of
great games, and it's unfortunate because it has a really good concept.
No, yeah,
I want to play that game one day.
I did watch the main way I consume these is I was too fucking stupid to play them myself, but I would watch people online on YouTube do let's plays of them. And Partners in Time was genuinely a fun one looking one too, and I enjoyed watching.
That's the only one I haven't played. That's the only one I haven't played out of the big three. Calling it the big three.
That's the only one I didn't have.
Well, the only one I had growing up was Inside Story.
I never played the Bowser's Minions expansion for Superstar Saga.
Yeah, growing up, but I also had Superstar Saga on the actual boy when I was playing it. So
those games were so much fun. They had so much fucking charm.
Yeah.
But
it's a shame it went out.
Yeah, Alpha Dream went out.
It's such a shame. I mean, I think there were rumors that it might get it.
Well, there's
master, but I don't know if they said it. But
I've heard rumors about it as well. I mean, with Thousand Year Door coming back, maybe it'll open up the floodgates for more RPGs.
Maybe.
Same with Mario RPG as well.
Yeah, Mario RPG and Thousand Year Door, the two biggest RPG games of Nintendo's IPs, in terms of Mario franchise. like those two are coming back, I feel like they're definitely going to start porting.
It's testing the waters for it.
Mm-hmm. If they do Bowser's Inside Story on the Switch, I will die.
Well, I guess you might die even earlier though,
Yeah, because you're probably going to kill me.
because
Anyway.
because this episode's almost ending,
Your,
and if this episode doesn't get 3 likes,
Oh shit.
we hang Otis at the gallows.
You better hope we 3 people here like
Hear me
you,
out.
man.
Hear me out. Over the Hedge, Hammy goes nuts for the Game Boy Advance.
Holy shit!
All right, we're gonna make it.
Game.
We're gonna make it super hard for Otis to live this next episode.
I
If
didn't buy this one, okay?
30 likes, or Otis dies at the gallows.
Oh no.
We're not gonna
That?
get 30 views, bro.
I guess I'll just make sure
No. No, please, you can't, dude. I didn't pay for that. It was in the DS we found at the playground. That we
100 likes.
No.
You're just.
I guess I'm gonna have to call
Dude,
my boss
I
tomorrow
love-
and inform him
Dude,
I'll be gone for
Pilot-
a little bit.
Pilot Wings Resort, though. I love that game.
1,000 likes.
Okay.
Or his head. You decide. If this episode was good, bad, or funny. This has been episode 3 of the podcast. We had Otis on the call. We had Nolan, and we had not Reese. His name's Simply, but he's not Reese today.
Reese.
Okay.
Reese was gone.
Reese was
Yes,
gone.
It is Reese. It's Reese.
Reese
but
aged 50 years and became bald, and he's
Recent, if you will.
Reese- Reese from the Stone Age.
Yeah, Recent is his name. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one.
Recently with back pain.
Give it likes, or Otis dies.
Damn, that's rough.
Man,